Well. Wow. Guys. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Well, let's see.
And frolicking with soft gist spread with love. Join the Coral Space for entertainment and frolicking with soft gist spread with love. Join the Coral Space for entertainment and frolicking with soft gist spread with love. Join the Coral Space for entertainment and frolicking with soft gist spread with love. Join the Coral Space for entertainment and frolicking with soft gist spread with love. Join the Coral Space for entertainment and frolicking with soft gist spread with love. Join the Coral Space for entertainment and frolicking with soft gist spread with love. Join the Coral Space for entertainment and frolicking with soft gist spread with love. Join the Coral Space for entertainment and frolicking with soft gist spread with love. Join the Coral Space for entertainment and frolicking with soft gist spread with love. Join the Coral Space for entertainment and frolicking with soft gist spread with love.
Well, guys. I think we're gonna slow down on this one now. So, welcome, guys, to the house. Thank you, guys, for joining the show. It's gonna be a very short one, and it's unscripted, but at least we know what we're talking about. And please be guided as you come into the house that this is just a reaction video, and the video goes about what we have on the title there, the Polish deception loading, because this is about the initial part of it. Please click the like button as you come into the house, like the show, and then we get started. Yes, that's what it is. Thank you, Margaret, my darling. Thank you for joining the show. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it. The General, thank you very much. Thank you for having the patience with me. Yes. Well, there's so many other reactors too right now reacting, but I just feel I should go ahead and later on, some others can also rewatch from whatever we leave behind here. So today we've got to talk about the Moango. Yes. Dimwango, yes, 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 with the Polish guy. Because the other time we had the Danish deception, and that was about a Danish guy and a Nigerian girl. But this time it's about a Polish guy and a Kenyan reactor, in which we all know. But the only thing here, the problem here is that she could have also gone quietly and try to, sort out herself, sort out the situation. But she just did not allow that. She went talking and talking and talking. And these things don't just go unabated. The people around, the authorities, they watch. And that's what she doesn't know. She doesn't Google anything. She doesn't know. She just think she can just keep on talking and talking and talking and opening up about everything. Most things she's even doing, she's even on her way. And we can also imagine the embarrassment she would have also been putting in the lives of this family, because probably they don't even like it when they see that. If it wasn't a genuine something, I think there will be a concern here among the family, within the family. They could call the guy, talk to your girl. It might not be, it can lead into another thing, because the way she's running her mouth every day on a daily basis, just to make content. Yes, we know you want to make content, but at least to a certain limitation. But she just refused. So Margaret said, I'm glad that I caught up. Thanks a lot. The time zone makes it difficult to catch you up. Yes, that's true, the time zone. So that's why sometimes I watch the time and I just keep thinking, when can I come in? Apart from, well, sometimes I'm just lazy about it, but it's also good to make efforts, just to keep the channel going. And most times I enter loads and loads of other people's chat, and I enjoy the chats too. And I also feel I also have my own little points to put in my own channel. So that's why I am doing this very video today. So it's about what that is really happening there with Dee, because right now she said she has to come back home because she has to add her husband's name in her paper. That's a complete deception. We haven't heard of a thing like that. And even if they don't have a Kenyan embassy in Poland, there should be a Kenyan embassy in the neighboring countries, in which they can oversee the problems of other Kenyans living in that zone. Could be in Germany. It could be, I think they should even have one in Germany, which is just a next door, how many hour drive there. They should have in Germany. I think they also have, even in Netherlands, they have Madrid and all that stuff. So if they don't have in Poland, probably the government, they don't have much business or whatever to do there. So it will be wasteful keeping an embassy there. So that they must have one very close to them. So that's what I see there. Hello, and true welcome. Thanks a lot for joining the show. Thanks a lot. You're highly welcome. So, and she could have also gone to her nearest embassy and register if that is what they want, in which I doubt, because you are entitled, you are allowed, you have the freedom to choose if you want your husband's name incorporated there, or both names, both your real name, your parents' name, your family name, and your husband's name. They can go side by side. Or if you just want to take off your husband's name and put only your family name, fine. Or if you want to put only your family name and leave out your husband's name, it's all fine. But to say that they want her to go back, she's going back home because she has to do that at home. And now I'm beginning to wonder, when she get home, Peter can abandon her there. Has she taken that into consideration? Because this is something that has happened to a lot of people. And they go back home, they do all the papers, and they said, okay, now you have to go back now and apply as spousal visa that you're joining your spouse here. And most times the guys will go to the embassy there and say no, or to their Ministry of Foreign Affairs or what have you. They said no, they don't want it anymore. And what will she do? Has she taken that into consideration? She hasn't. She just doesn't know what she's facing, what that is right in front of her. It can get nastier, it can get better, and it can also get a little bit, not a little bit, difficult. The process can become more difficult, can become a long process, further than what she ever anticipated. Yes, so Margaret said, I agree, she's talking too much of her business on social media. Yes, that's the worry here. I'm worried about that. From the beginning, I've said it looks like this girl doesn't know what she's dealing with. She just doesn't know anything. And before you go to a terrain like that, to do whatever you have to do, all what she said she had Googled was, which was the strongest passport? Sorry. The Polish passport is even stronger than American passport. Can you imagine that? And yet, maybe some few years ago now, that even Polish passport as a European passport could even access America without a visa. I think some few years now. Before, they could not. They needed a visa, even as a European, because you have a weak, there's some weak European states economic-wise, I mean. And there's some that are really, really strong. And that's divided like communist Europe. You have communist Europe, and you have the real Central Europeans whose economy are really, really doing well. So Dee knows very little about where she wants to call her adoptive home. She knows almost nothing about it. She's supposed to have Googled that aspect and also Google for how long she can stay there, whether her tourist visa through Spain can allow her to get married here. Because at this point she's talking, I think that visa probably is nearing the end of expiration. So Untru said, yes, is her husband going back home with her? I mean, it's not like he has to go to work or anything. Yeah, that's true. That's true, because every day he's sitting there with her. Every day she's giving life and all that. So, I mean, that raises questions. Is he really working? Is this guy really working? Though she keep on telling stories. Oh, he's working from the house. He's an IT expert. He's this, and that. But we all know that it's all lies. This guy is a very young guy. I will not estimate that guy more than 25. More than 25 and down. From 25 and down. So that will automatically place her as a sugar mommy to that guy. And probably the family had some financial difficulties, and they just needed to get him to do something, because it doesn't look like somebody that has a regular job. No, it doesn't look like. But whereby she comes back and says she wants to update her paper, because they can also use that, the family can use that to push her aside, and said he'll be coming for her. If he had collected all his bosa, let's call it that way, he can also mark her out and won't go there. And she will write and he won't reply. And that will be the end of it. So all that she's supposed to have taken into consideration, because it's all over the internet. These things happen a lot. It happens a lot. Even our own Black people that will go to Africa, marry, and bring their woman here. Sometimes when the woman misbehaves, they wait when they see that the first 2 years that they give them is almost expiring. They just fake one story. Oh, my auntie is dead. Oh, my uncle, we have to go for the funeral. I have, heard something like that. And they got home, and the guy will just quietly take the resident permit and the passport and just come back home and just get back here and call her and said it's over. And she's stranded there. So talk less of this one, because the way she's talking, it can put all of them into trouble, the whole family into trouble. It's talking just too much, and it's not supposed to be. So it's supposed to be able to control a little bit of things that it has to put out. But he's putting everything out. He's bringing even some papers and reading, and my God, I've never seen a thing like this. If I were to be a family of that guy, I would be highly embarrassed. Highly embarrassed. It's extremely bad for that guy. He puts them in a very bad situation that if they have the least chance to get rid of her, if she ever goes back to Africa, I think that will be the end, because that guy will not come to bring her in because he doesn't have a regular job. He need a regular job, pay slip, monthly pay slip, and a house of his own. He needs to even show utility bills that is where he's living and he has been paying the bills here. Or probably, in some cases, the parents, if they are very, very rich, they can sign for him. But I don't see them like that sort of a rich family. I see them like people that are struggling too. They could be very responsible family, but I see them like people that are struggling. So for me, it makes sense to believe that they are struggling to cope with this ranting on a daily basis, because the videos are out there on a daily basis. Hello, JMJB. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining the show, JMJB. How are you? Are you a content creator? I can't remember. And maybe I can also give you a blue jacket in case you want to connect with somebody, standard moderator. Okay, you have a blue jacket, JMB now. You have a standard. Yes, from Germany. Thanks. Yes, now I know. Now I know. Welcome. Thanks a lot. How are you doing? Okay. So, and we see a lot of all this going on because the family would have tried to really see what they can do, but it's like G is not shutting up and it's not ready to shut up. And we never know what's going to happen. You're welcome, J7MJB. You're welcome. And whatever will be, will be. But whatever will happen, she should take responsibility. Whatever negative thing that can happen in the future, she should take responsibility that she caused everything herself, not just we, because if you don't put out your dirty linen in the street, nobody will see that you have a dirty linen. When you put it out, and probably somebody try to wash it, dry wash it for you, clean it up a little bit for you, then you know what it is. Probably if it reflects on all what that he hears here, then she's supposed to be able to learn something, to make a change, to try to, narrow down, slow down on how, she's putting out things there. It's just, it's not nice for her. It's also not good for the guy, not good for that family too. Let's be fair too. It's not good too. Sometimes even when I try to force the boy to answer some questions, the boy is like a scripted something, just say just what he wants. She wants him to say. He said, okay, then he said that. So not really from the heart and or the movement and all that. We know it is not real, but then they're supposed to respect herself a little bit and be guided with whatever comes out from her, because the authorities too, most times before they give out the papers like this too, they cross-check everything. The first one is, I think, is 2 years or 3 years. They give the 2 years. Normally it's 2 years. And sometimes they can even come to the house in the middle of the night to check whether truly you guys are together. They can come 2 a.m. They can come 4 a.m., 5 a.m. I have heard of it. So, and these are most of these people, even the one that I know, it's even a very responsible person. The man is even a medical doctor. But they still come because that is the rule. Once you have an established rule to guide procedures of this nature, so whoever you are, they go there. Then when they go to this one, you mean me from Quickie Lily? Yes, yes, yes. Yes, 7 MJ. Yes, that's true from Quickie Lily. That's true. Connect with Margaret. Margaret, connect with 7MJB too. You guys can, have some small connections there too. Yes. So, and it happens when the rule is there, the rule is there. You cannot override it. And whatever she's doing, whether to prove that it is real, we don't know. But when something is too much, it is too much because you do not have fools watching. You have intelligent people watching, intelligent keyboard reactors too, intelligent reactors too, that will try to broaden what you have just said, to the understanding of a lot of people. And same thing to probably what the reactors even, talk about should even bring some senses into her. She should also be able to say, hey, these guys are saying something real. Probably I'm overdoing things. Probably I should slow down. So that's also possible if she was reasonable enough, because she can see it like an offensive way of intervening in her problem. But then if she didn't bring up to the internet, nobody will react on it. So this is the problem that we see here. So anyway, today I said it was going to be a brief one. So we'll make a little notes again. So another thing, my real concern is that she shouldn't be pushed away, except Pietro is ready to join her, to live with her in Kenya, in which I believe probably she will not want that, because when she met Pietro, she also had her own reason for going there and even thinking of staying there throughout for another 2 years. I like this place. I am a village girl, and this is just comfortable with me. So she had her own plan. We know it was about the paper. And if it's real, and she can't get in there, let's see if Pietro will join her to stay with her in Yabohanse. Well, she's building a villa in Yabohanse, isn't it? Though recently she said, oh, she might buy an apartment in Nairobi. So she see, well, on that aspect, maybe she can have the mulatto baby. She's looking for two. But the only thing is that if Pietro goes to live there, she won't be able to get the Bali, except probably she has a job and her taxes too are being remitted to his home country. Then you have like an expatriate living there. But I think at the end of the day, she will always need to go back with him, stay there, learn the language, go to the language school, and have enough, pass that language school test to use as one of the criteria to apply for the passport. But this is not just that. It's about most European countries that are not English. They do that right now. Even the English countries, because there are people that are not from English countries that are, immigrants, non-immigrants, so that, that comes. So they also need to go to English lesson and obtain that small, it's like elementary school certificate, elementary English. It's good enough for you to be able to navigate your way, or the Polish on and all that, Spanish, Italian, German, they have all adopted that you need to have that integration language course, because with that, at least you have a little bit of knowledge about the new society that you want to get into or become a citizen. You cannot hold that passport and you want to cross the border, they ask you something in a Polish language and you cannot say it. Or you're from Germany, they ask you something in German language and you cannot, and yet you hold a German passport. So that is no more possible. You have to go to the language school to integrate. And with that, that can help you if you want to, pay your bills too, because most of the things will be on the get to the government portal to do a lot of things, fill some forms, are all in their own language. So that's why it's also useful in that way. So that's what I see there. So what's happening here is that we're going to, this is just the beginning of this deception, Polish deception series. Well, we are watching over it. It may be allegedly, can be true. It might not be true, but allegedly. So let's put it up that way and see how it goes. So, and well, we don't really know, but we're going to see a lot of things coming on these few days, because we believe that the visa that she used in getting in from Spain, probably if it was a 3 months visa, it would have expired. And in most cases, when you do that, and probably they send her back to her port of entry, since her port of entry was in this place, then she has to go back there. It was in Spain. They can send her back through there. But another thing is that how come they were allowed to get married here? So, hello, Kevin. Welcome to the show, Kevin. Thanks for joining. Sonny Adventure, welcome, darling. How are you? Welcome. Nice to have you guys on board. Thanks a lot. So we're going to see what is going to happen. But we want to believe that it's not about her adding the guy's name on her passport. No, you first need to have the resident permit. You can only add that guy's name when it comes to their own passport. By the time you want to have their own passport, that is when it is not even mandatory. It's your choice. You want your husband's name alongside with your family name, or you want only your family name, or you want to remove your family name and put only your husband's name. So it's a matter of choice. Nobody will force you to do anything more than that. So I don't think they can force her to go and add her husband's name to her Kenyan passport. No, I don't believe that story. No, it can't happen. When she's ready to obtain the Polish paper citizenship passport, then she can decide on what to write. But first, she must have the resident permit first. Now we're just talking, even the resident permit, I don't think she has it yet. She hasn't got it yet. She hasn't got it yet. So probably along the line after the marriage, obviously, the following a working day or so, under 24 hours, you can apply for the resident permit. So I think at that point, that is when everything opened up. She saw a different world other than what she thought, because she thought it was going to be a quick one. I'm going to get this passport. I'm going to get this Polish passport. I'm going to get it. No. So now when she get there, the requirements, what are they needed, becomes bigger, larger than what she thought. You need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this. How come you didn't come in direct to Poland? How come you went through Spain? You went through Spain. And let's hope that she didn't first apply for Polish visa in Kenya. And when they refused, then she went and got the one from Spain. So let's assume that didn't happen. But anyway, EU uses one computer now, one system now. So sometimes they see it that, oh, you have applied for it in this other country and now here. Except she said, well, I didn't want it there. Now I'm going on holiday in Spain. I'm a YouTuber. But the computer will say everything. Everything will open up. Everything will open up. And to match the whole story, sometimes when it becomes a complicated, especially when it starts from the beginning, sometimes it gets difficult. But well, if she has money, maybe she can hire a lawyer, immigration lawyer, to help her, arrange the papers well for her. But the story she's giving now, no. If she ever goes out without even having the resident permit, to go back there, that guy can go, Petro can go and cancel it. It happened a lot. A lot of people have that problem. Once they get out, and the guy will change his mind. Will change his mind and said, sorry, I'm no more interested. And what is she going to do? She's going to come and hold him on his neck. That time you're out of his country, you can't get in there. And the guy will go back to his normal life. So all those are things that she really, really needs to, take into consideration, because You just cannot fool the system. You know, the system is wiser than you, Lady D. So if you're watching, you have to be careful. You have to learn to zip up a little bit. You have to be able to arrange your things. You have to be able to not embarrass the whole family, the entire family, because if any problem ever happens now, they are all in it. They are all involved, you know. And that guy shouldn't be more than 25. It can't be below. Can even be 22, 23, between 23 and 24, but 25, and not more. And whereas D is maybe 31 or 32, I don't know. Though she will tell you she's 23, 23 every year. But anyway, that is not our problem, you know. But our own is just to, you know, tell her a little bit of how things can go. And that if she is really serious about getting things straight, that there are limits to this talking, okay? Because she destroys the opportunity that she could have had, you know. She's there, but it becomes too much. When something is too much, it is too much. So that's what we see there. Well, guys, well, today wasn't going to be much, and we'll just see how it goes. And let's see, Roro is painting her house there in Marade Plateau. And by bringing up that sort of content every day with the wet wall, brown, and all that stuff, well, we know it's a way of seeking for Donato's attention. And well, she's gonna get it. She's gonna get it. They're always there to help her, because if she wasn't getting anything, I don't think, man, you come back and you're showing that kind of black wall and all that stuff, and then using green to paint. Oh my God! It's only Mitoto that I'm always interested in seeing with his little smiles. His smiles that are so you know, captivating, sweet little boy. So that's oh well, that's her ATM. According to our Black Beauty said, Zeroro has taken her ATM to marry a Plateau. Yeah, that's her ATM, because with Mitoto, she can always get a lot from people. Just a small smile from the baby, people can, you know, can help her out, and she made the right decision. Unlike D, and the brother couldn't get anything from that side, and D tried his own here, but it's not really working. It's not working. It's just that she doesn't. Probably she had a little opportunity there, but it's like she's bruising it without nonstop. Yes. So, Sonia, hello to everyone in the chat. Please give the chat a like, guys. Please like the chat as you come into the house. Margaret, it is so sad that some people think that they can outsmart the system. Yes, that is true. That's what they all think over there. That's all they all think. She, the brother, and I mean, all of them. And they don't know that now everything is computerized. Probably in those days, when you say those days, maybe 30 years ago. But now, EU, immigration, and all what? They have one computer, or they have one system. They have one system most times. You apply for the visa here, for passport, you apply here, you miss it, you go to their one, they will know. So if she came in with the Spanish one, we don't know what happened. Because every time that time from the village, we saw her going to Nairobi. And we believe that point, she was going for the visa. Probably didn't work out with the Polish. Then she now switched. Then after that, we saw her going to Tanzania. Then after the Tanzania with Mo, then the next thing we heard, she was traveling. Then we waited. Where did we see? Where did she land? Spain. And from Spain, who came over all the way from Poland? It was Mr. Pietro. And with that, they went back to this place, to Poland. So, but these are things that she could have just keep quiet. She could have just keep quiet until she get the papers, the resident permit at least at hand. She could have just gone quiet, but instead she just keep talking and talking and talking and talking. And these things, before, when you apply like that, they go around, they do a lot of findings. Sometimes they check the name, they go on the even Facebook, they go on Instagram, now they go on YouTube. Then on YouTube, once you click that name, ho, 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 it is everywhere. Both they call themselves positive. They call the other one, I don't know what they want to call, but intelligent reactors. They see the name, they see everything, they see her videos, everything. Then they said, what the hell is going on here? Then it brings more curiosity. Then they try to research more. And with that, they will see a lot of stories, and they will compare stories. Then they'll say, hey, this one is not real. Man, okay, you got to go back and do this. Or you got to go back home and now apply for the spousal visa to come in officially. In which I believe this case, this is what happened, but not that story she's giving, that they want her to go and add her husband's name in her Kenyan passport. No, they cannot oblige you to add in your own Kenyan passport. If it's your passport, maybe they can say things like that, but then nobody is using, nobody's forcing you. You can keep your family name. Like in Italy, you cannot carry a husband name. You carry a family name until you die. So when you're married, you do not change name to your husband name. You carry your father's name. That is the law over there. And there's some countries they don't care. I mean, you carry the name whether you want your husband name or you want your own family name. Nobody cares. EBB, hello, darling. Welcome. Yes. Thanks a lot for coming. I know there are other shows around here, but I didn't want to wait till late. So I said, let me just get on board and let's say try a little something. So, well, nice to have you on board, EBBZ. Yes. So we're talking about the D Saga going back to add her family name in her Kenyan passport. We believe it's not true because in the Western world, you can choose to answer your family name, excluding your husband name, or you can also choose to exclude, remove your family name and only your husband name, or both of them. You can carry both of the names too, equally too, no problem. So we don't believe that story. It's possible they ask her to go back home and wait and apply for a spousal visa to come in. But then, is Pietro working? We don't know. Because if that guy is working, he wouldn't be sitting next to her every day watching the super slap she's having. Because Pietro is there counting the money. And after the show, Pietro said, it's because of me, or after the marriage, they are giving all this money. I am part of it. I want my own. So that's what I see here. Hello, Walters. Welcome. Thanks a lot. Thank you for joining the show. EBB, yes, you're highly welcome. It's good to have catch up with you today. Yes. How are you doing? I'm great. And you? How are you doing, Walters? Big and nice, big thumbs. Yes. Like the show as you come in, please. Like the show as you come into the house, please. So the I feel well. Thank you. Yes. I like your last video. The scenery there. My God, you have some beautiful scenery in your place there. Nice ones. Real good. So what we see here is that a lot of blessings. Yes. Thank you, Walters. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. So we see a lot of words that she hasn't really been able to put well, but we just hope. Thank you, darling EBB. Thanks, darling. She's not been able to, iron up, straighten up a little bit, and zip up a little bit. She's not been able to do that. She's talking a lot of things out. Soon. Okay, now I give you a blue jacket. Are you a content creator? Suman Kumar, are you a content creator? Okay, now you have a blue jacket in case you. Okay, are you a content creator too? Yes. Okay, in case you want to connect with somebody, then it's okay. So I give you the blue jacket. Yes. So welcome. Thanks a lot. Hello, darling Lucy. Welcome. Thank you, Lucy. How are you doing, Lucy? We've been meeting in most of the shows today. We've been roaming and roaming, flitting around all these shows. I said, let me have mine before I go to bed. Wow, now I'm going to watch your new video. Yes, thanks a lot, Walters. And the shorts too. I have a shorts now on a daily basis. Some small, sometimes some older clips and all that in my fashionista line. So fashionista is real, eh? Fashionista is real. So sometimes I try to bring them out and place it, and that's it. So try to connect with each other, guys. So this is how are you? I'm fine. Sunman. I'm fine. So we see Kohera. Yes, you know Kohera Walters. Kohera is a good guy. I don't know. Should I call him dude or what? I'm Mumbai, India. Wow. Welcome, Mumbai. Now we have Mumbai in the house. Great. Mumbai, I've been to India. I've been to, where did I go to in India? I've been to India, I've forgotten, maybe about 20 years ago. 20 years ago, I had a cousin that studied there. So I stopped by there from Singapore to visit him. Yes. Welcome, guys. Welcome to those who are just getting in. Yes, try to help yourself out. So this is what it is here. Fashionista is the bomb. One of my favorites. Yes, darling. Sometimes I try to bring out something. Sometimes most of the clothes are already packed and in the attic. And I said, oh my God, how do I go back to start removing it? Sometimes I just locked up there and my hubby will say, man, you just keep buying. Sometimes 5 years, you don't even wear it. Sometimes with the labels still on. And I said, well, what can I do? Hello, Kevin. Happy Sunday, Vico. I finally catch up with one of your lives. Thanks a lot, guys. You're highly welcome, Mrs. Fashionista. Hey, thank you. Thank you. I hope you guys are watching. I'm trying to bring out something every day. But now, anyway, with the winter, you hardly have time to dress up. Now we are right now is a -6 degrees. It's very cold. That sometimes even with the heater, I wear my track suit. I wear my track suit here. Normally I'm supposed to go empty, but anyway, my son the boys they play football, so those ones they wear ordinary a t-shirt or singlet. They don't feel the cold. But for people like us, you always feel it. So the Fashionista series is real. I want to try to keep it on, though it will be coming mostly on shorts. Yes, until probably during summer, or if I travel, then maybe I can bring something a little bit longer video, that kind of a thing. And last time I missed one fashion show that they invited me. There I could have bring up something, but most times that you go there, man, they are playing music, and you try to play something, and YouTube will tell you to remove it, that it's a copyright, man. Most times on the street, so it's like that. So guys, really welcome. Thanks a lot for coming. So Kevin said, Vico, ask Rocio for some fashionable. Hello, Vico. Appreciated you sharing, Walters. Yes, you're my this thing now. Yes, I can see. Thanks a lot. Walters. Ask Rocio for some fashionable winter clothes. what winter clothes has Rocio got? Come in. Rocio hasn't got anything for winter. Rocio came to Yabohanse with one green blouse that has become her trademark. One green blouse, and you're wearing that green blouse every other day. You're taking it everywhere you're going to. Oh my God. And I'm just watching. And now when she wants to talk, I want to do this, oh my God. Man, she jammed gold mine in Kenya. Because without Mora, you can see where she's gone back. Because I was just watching her video today. It's like going back to your roots. And I see Well, so this is exactly where she started from. This was her road. When she opened the parents' house too, she come out from there too. You can still see, even on the walls, you can see everything. You can see the difference between there and here. It's like Mora will say, somebody changed house from mud house from here to this one, a concrete house. So now I see Rocio's junkyard. So I said from junkyard from there to villa. And now from villa back to junkyard. Oh my God, the difference is so big. The difference is so big, extremely big. I wish Mitoto was a little bit bigger, that know things, idolize things. It would have said, "Hell, mom, this place is too small for me. I want to go back to my father's house." But small boy is very small. He doesn't know anything. You can see them, because I knew from the beginning when they were repairing that house that those mokos were going to come back to the house. That it was going to, because the roof, the thickness of the roof and the ceiling was like this, extremely small. So extremely small. Then you have wires on it. Then when it's winter, so I think after the winter, this is the effect of what we're seeing. The walls are all brown, getting brown and all that stuff. And she wants to change. And she's telling all her audience, I want to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to change this table. I want a round table. And these things are barely very new. Just because you see people that are ready to contribute, to donate. So you're trying to task them 2 times to donate, because they feel those people don't have things to do for themselves with their money. It's terrible. So, Margaret, the fashion videos are great. I watch for them all the time. Yes, I'll try to do my best. I'll try to keep up. It's better to do something. Yes. So, Calvin said, Vico, no rest for the donors. Time for them to dig deeper. That is true. Husband is begging here. Wife is begging in the other side. This other one in Poland begging. And also probably coming back now to complete the house, because at the end of the day, if she can't get a spousal visa, she cannot meet up the requirement for the spousal visa if Pietro doesn't have a job. He need a fixed job, contract job, not just a part-time job. It has to reflect on his tax clearance. It has to reflect. They will see in a year how much tax she paid before she will compile all that, take it to the embassy before they can give, grant her a spousal visa. Or Pietro has to compile all that, because once she's out of that place, I tell you guys, that guy can abandon her in Kenya. Once she get out of that place, I tell you guys, just mark my word. It happened a lot. A lot of people have that problem. Yes. So Black Mona Lisa, welcome, darling. Thank you for joining the show. Hello, Dana Sina. Welcome, guys. Thanks for joining the show. Yes. Black Mona Lisa, are you a content creator, if I may ask? If not, I can give a blue jacket. Dana Sina, I think Dana told me one time I didn't want the blue jacket, but if you're a content creator, sometimes you can have it. Or you want to be my moderator, you can always have it. So Kevin said, Piotr needs to submit a job letter, yes, and a pay slip, yes, plus financial statement of his savings and insurance to apply for the spousal visa. That is true. And we don't know if this guy has those requirements. We don't know if she had it, because he has to show a contract from his employer. It has to show his earning for the year. For the year, it has to come in a year from his employer. Statement of account. And his salary slip, at least 1 year. Sometimes they ask for 1 year. And the house, does the house belong to him, or is living on rent, or utility bills, receipt and all that. So it has to do with a lot. And if you cannot get that, then how are you going to bring an alien to our country? Or you want to bring her so that the government will now, after subsidizing for you, they subsidize for her too? So nobody is ready to do that. Now the world is moving fast. The economic recession is biting every corner and nook. So that's the problem. So Kevin said, yes. Ibibi said, oh, poor girl. She really thought it was 3 months. She hasn't seen nothing. She hasn't started yet. This is just the beginning. It's going to go a long, long way. Kazan, welcome, darling. Thanks a lot for joining. Thank you. You're welcome. So, Ibibi said, why are my comments blocked? Blocked where? Here? It shouldn't be. It's not. Nobody's blocked. Maybe there's a delay in relaying it, but it's not blocked. Nobody touches anything here. Comment block, no. So Margaret said, I can't understand some of those donors. The quick, not showing, the quick to give to the wrong people instead of giving those who needs it most. That's what I see. They don't. People that really need it, they don't even see it. It's just people that don't even need it. People that are wasting the money, throwing away the money, and they just give the money just like that. I don't know what they think, what is really in them, because there's so many people suffering. But you give to people that are just wasting the money, throwing away the money. Yeah, because like now he goes to stay there, she's feeding the whole family there. She'll be feeding them. And even at the end of the day, she might not get what she's looking for. If they throw her out to go and wait for the spousal visa, this guy might not make much effort. If he doesn't want her to come back, he might not make much effort to arrange for the papers. Or he does not even have a fixed job. It has to be a fixed job, a fixed contract. And how many companies give fixed contract right now? Because of the recession, most companies, they don't give fixed contracts again. At most, maybe 1 year or sometimes 6 months or part-time. So how is he going to do it? And with that, obviously, he's going to abandon her there, or he will move over to Kenya to live with her. That's what I said. You know, the choice is two choices now. Either he arrange all the papers to bring her back on a spousal visa, or he moves to Kenya to live with her. But then her aim of getting the Polish passport would have been defeated. Probably the only one remaining would have been the Mitoto cousin that she's been looking for. I think that would be the one remaining, the only opportunity remaining. Thanks a lot. Black Mona Lisa, thanks a lot. Hello, Chick Choma. Welcome, darling. If you said she would have suffered to use her words. Man, the lady doesn't have shame, remember. She has no shame in her face, because this is something she could have quietly do her things and go away instead of every day coming. Which passport is stronger? Man, just talking. Where she could have just zip up and do whatever she has to do. But she just keep talking, and everything is out here. And these people, before, when you apply for something like that now, they go to the internet. They fish out all the information about the person. They go to Facebook, they go to this, they check out everything. Man, and everything will be there. The good and the bad and the ugly about her will come out there. Oh my God. So we said she would have suffered to use her words. Yes, she will swallow the words. That's what it is. She's going to swallow her words. It's not easy, but she's going to. And the Calvin said, Vico, what does Piotr need to submit for the temporary residency permit in Poland? And the temporary owner, I don't know, but I think he will still need to support the means of a sustenance, because when you invite somebody to your village or to your country, I mean, it's natural. Or you invite somebody to your house and you're not working, you are bringing your friend to live with you. Obviously, your parents will ask you, how long is she going to stay? They will ask, what is she doing? They will ask, and especially in a remote place like that, and people that are just struggling with their lives. So, and probably they have seen loads and loads of something like this nature, what she's doing, that is not real. Then they can say, hey, this very one again. And this guy is a very young guy. You can see the age, he's very young. So it's not really convincing. It's not really convincing, no matter what she tried to cover up. But I wish she had zipped up a little bit. It would have been better. Hello, Maria Brazil. Welcome, welcome to the house. Gracia Griffith. Hello. Thank you for joining the show. Thank you. Camo. Welcome, darling. Thank you, thank you. Cecilia Herbert. Hello, Vico and everyone. Hello. I'm in the background. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. And Kevin said Petro must submit a completed application, a valid Kenyan passport, and a Polish marriage certificate, proof of cohabitation, the Polish spouse's ID, and a PLN 350 euro fee. Well, if it's only the fee, I know she will pay for him. But all the other requirements from Piotr, has he got it? Because if he had that, he could have given her when she applied for Polish visa from Kenya. So obviously, Piotr had nothing like these papers to give to her to apply. He had nothing to, give her, or send to the embassy for them to have given her the visa. So he had nothing. So I'm wondering if he's been able to change his situation. That's what I'm wondering. Hey, Check Choma said, Cecilia, long time. Yes. Long time no see. We did. He said, exactly. She talks too much. She should have shocked the negative creators. Yeah, that's what she could have just waited, get that residency permit first, then after that, boom. You could have just said, oh, I'm coming to visit my boyfriend, or probably do her videos and keep it. And after collecting the paper, the resident permit, at least that first, is it 2 years or so, then you can now start making them series by series and publishing from the marriage and all that stuff. But every day, and she's just talking, and they're watching. Yes, once she put in the paper, now they start going into her. Now she realized that, hey, so this is more than what I bargained for. So Cecilia said, please like up the live stream, and thanks for coming. Thank you, guys. Do that for Vico Mama. Thanks a lot. So, guys, please support V by donating. Oh my God. Thanks, EBB. Check Choma. Polish permanent residents can be applied for only after they've been married for 3 years. Yes. The first time, I think they give 2 years. And after the 2 years expiration, then they give that 3 years. Then within that 3 years, now you can now apply for the passport. And when you apply for that passport, it can take 1 year. It can take 2 years before you are granted. And in between that, if there's a change of government, it can be the leftists, it can be the right wing that are taking over Europe now. All of them, all the political parties that come into power, they always create their own law. They use immigration problem as their problem, as one of the weapon against what that is not even necessary. That is why the economy is bad. They are coming to suck from us. They're taking this. They use just the weak to gain political sympathy to win. So by the time they come in, any person that fall in their trap, hey, you're gone. The law will be changed. Because right now, some years before, most of these things were maybe 2-3 years. They shift to 3-4 years, 5 years. Some countries now 7 years, some 8 years before you can get the citizenship. Though they'll still say, 5 years. But by the time you start applying, time goes. Maybe 1 year, they say, missing this, this is missing. Before you know, so after that 5 years that she can now apply, you see that at least maybe another 1 year, making 6 years, or 2 years, making 7 years. But then, will Piotr be there waiting, guys? That's what I don't know. So, and Kazan said this is when Dimongo will know her true friends. One of her 400,000 fans can assist her with advice, or even her best friend, Forest Girl, in Germany, to take her to Berlin embassy, being married to a white guy. Yeah, that's true. I think I think they should have a Kenyan embassy in Germany. They should have, because I know that Kenyan Airways goes direct to Germany, goes direct to Berlin. So they should have it there. If they don't, the Black Forest, what do you call her, could have been able to help her, tell her exactly what and what to do. But probably she's not even listening to those ones. She thinks, because for her, it's like she knows too much. She knows everything. You guys, how she behaves. So Breman, thanks a lot for coming. Thank you for coming. You're welcome. Thank you. So Nkabin said a PLN 300 euro fee in Poland is a standard stamp duty. Opłata stawkowa for initiating procedures related to temporary residence permit. Yes. Kevin. Hello, Kevin. Hello, Kevin. Yes, that's true. That's true. In every country you have that. And once the marriage has been done and you apply for it. But I tell you, sometimes they do checking. They come to the house even 3 a.m. to check whether you're together. They do a lot of checking now, not even now. A lot of times, for a long time, that has been on. They do a lot of checking. So, and that is even good. When by the time they arrive at that checking, then it's possible the procedure has gone a little bit further. Then there's a clearance, there's a pathway that you're going to get it. But if they haven't started with that, probably she has gone to apply and they said, hell, you have to go back home for a spousal visa, being that she never came in directly to Poland, or Peter hadn't got enough paper for her to be able to process her invitation to Poland. So that means she still have to go back and take that same procedure. Peter has to provide a lot of papers to guarantee, to prove to the state that my wife, I'm going to be able to take care of my wife, because you cannot bring her in to become another liability to the government. No, the government they are trying to run away from trouble. Maybe Pietro is even taking some social benefits. Then now you come and bring another person to come and take social. It's impossible. So the law is there, but these are things that she failed to Google. She only Googled which is the strongest passport. America is the strongest passport. Poland is stronger than American passport. Hello, Dr. Cherry. Welcome to the house. Thanks a lot for joining the show. Thank you. Camo, do you just want to show up? Yes, she's going to get it. Pietro has to submit a proof of shared live address, documents, demonstrating cohabitation, such as a rental agreement, utility bills, or joint photographs, proof of insurance, valid health insurance. How many people in Europe have this health insurance? Maybe if Pietro hasn't got a job, it's possible Pietro hasn't even got it. Kazan, because my opinion, her travel to Kenya has a hidden agenda to change papers, assets, accounts, protection through her family, just as she did during a Jam Talk case. She knows Pietro owns 50% now. Yes, she knows that very well. And she could have also avoided that by drafting this agreement before time, even from Kenya, when she got in and said, okay, please, can you sign here for me? Because even her YouTube money, at the end of the day, when she takes official residence in Poland, if she succeeds in getting that spousal visa and she wants to stay there for 2 years, so that she can also complete that pathway, initiate that pathway for citizenship. Then once she has official residence there, even her YouTube account will be 50% will be Pietro's own. 50%, because from that YouTube account there, if she has a residence, her tax, YouTube will deduct her tax from there, and it depends if Poland has a tax treaty with America, with the United States. So that's how it works. So all that she has to take into consideration, because probably she just doesn't know yet. As far as they pay her, she takes a residence there. And what are you doing? She said, I'm a YouTuber. Okay. The Polish people will document that she's a YouTuber. And how much do you make in a year? She will give them all the information. But at the end of the day, she takes residence there. Man, if Poland doesn't have a tax treaty with United States, then she'll be paying off directly, and she'll also pay tax from that money to the Polish state. And Piotr will be entitled to that earning because she has a residence permit there. She has a residence permit there. And her job as a YouTuber has been registered, or she has filled that form. She has informed them, because they'll ask her what's her job. And they see her channel and everything, they'll mark it down. So she'll be obliged to pay tax too, and Piotr will be part of that system. But anyway, it hasn't gone to that. Let's see how she can first, clean up the mess that she has created now. At least let's see if she can get the resident permit. And all that is in the hand of Piotr right now. Only Piotr can solve that problem for her now, because he has to provide all the papers that the government needs for her, to guarantee her safe passage, going in there officially now as a spouse. They have taken the first step. They have been married. Yes, probably it wasn't the right step that they did. And that's why she has to go back to the drawing line, go back home and begin afresh and wait for the spousal visa to come. So everything now is on Piotr's hand. If he can provide all the necessary documents that they need, then all will go well. Then we will talk about the other things. So, and how simple is the, yes, Gracia Griffith said, real talk, Vico, how simple is the, well, let's see how it's going to happen. Let's see. Dr. Cherry, hello, take Choma, yes. Kevin, she entered Poland using a Spain visa. I don't know if that will affect her residency application. Well, it depends. Sometimes they can review it because it's a Schengen visa, whereby you can navigate your way within the Schengen states, all the Schengen states with one visa. So that is allowed. But through the marriage pathway, we do not know, because they could ask her, why didn't you come in direct to Poland? And they will also see in the system that this guy is jobless, probably because he didn't have the paper. Okay, now you've come in. Okay, now you've married. Okay, now the law says you have to go back and apply to come in now with a spousal visa. That is done everywhere. Even here too, it's everywhere. Even in Germany too, it's the same thing. They'll tell you to go back home and wait for the spousal visa. And if it's possible, I don't know whether the Polish embassy in Kenya, whether they give a lesson on their language. Some embassies, like German embassies, they have the Deutsche Institute. In like Nigeria, you have it in Abuja, you have it in Lagos. So whereby you can take their language course, so it's certain level, and they will let you in. And when you come in, then you complete the other part of it. So that's always an introduction. The Dutch to do it to Netherlands, on to do it to like an introductory part of it, a little bit of it. And when you come in, you complete the full course. So if they have that in Kenya, then they should be able to do that. But all the same, it's going to be a little bit mucky, but if everything remain on that guy's hand, if he's able to give them all the papers that they need, then that can facilitate our entry without a problem. That's what I see there. So Kazani be legally moving forward. Pietro is entitled legally, unless they have a prenup in case things go south. I don't think those guys, I don't think they even had that prenup. For her, it was that marriage, rush, so that she will show the finger. So I think that part of it could have escaped her mind. So Kevin said this should have procured an immigration lawyer to guide them. Yeah, you think they want to spend money? They only want to earn. They don't want to spend. So Camo, health care in Poland is not strictly free, but it is publicly funded insurance-based system managed by the National Health Fund. Yes, some states do that, especially when you talk of like East Communist Europe. Most of them do that, but some other parts, like my place, you have to pay insurance. only children, and the children insurance depend on the parents. On once the parents have the insurance, then the children can go with the parents until they are 18, and after 18 years, then they need to have their own. So that's what it is here. So Tina Yabru, hello, welcome to the chat. Thank you. Lilipad, did I see you? Hello, Lilipad. Welcome to the show. Thanks for joining the show. So Calvin said, Camo, does that include a foreign spouse in the free health insurance? Oh, Calvin, I don't know, but I think once the guy has a job, might not be completely free. It might not be completely free, but the guy needs to have a job. He needs to have a job because indirectly, even it's not all the drugs that will go free too. It's not all the drugs that will go free. There are things they will pay, there are things they might not pay. So some exceptions, and sometimes they calculate it based on the person's income. If you're a low income earner and they know that you cannot afford all the medical procedures, then you can have access to rebate. If you're a high income, of course, you have to pay. Some of them operate like that. So Kazan said BBDM would have changed her name during registration of the marriage in Poland, which is not a must now. D can do a digital application and go to Berlin, Italy, which is easier, hence why Kenya. Yeah, that's true. That's why I said with the said Kenya, then there's problem. Then they want her to get the spousal visa directly from where she originated from. It's like go back to sender. And Grace Agrivi said, I'd like to see how D is going to convince immigration officials that they have had a long-standing relationship with evidence. Well, we're going to see that. But I think that guy was in Kenya, but I still, up till today, I'm still not convinced that it was Pietro. It was that he was the one that was in Kenya that time. Probably could have been the brother, or it could have been somebody else. I don't know, but what I see, the face I see here, is quite different. I don't know if I'm wrong. Well, sorry about that. So Calvin said, Gracia, exactly. Immigration officers check everything. Of course, they check. I said they go to internet, Facebook, everything. They check everything. They check everything. And once they're not convinced, then they said, well, you have to go back. Apply from yes, you're married, no problem. Go back and apply from their embassy there. And that's it. So Tina Yabru said, Dr. Chero, yes, Koto, yes. And Ransford Fiti, hello. Welcome to the house, the English boy. Welcome to the house. Thanks for joining. And Kevin said, when I applied for my husband's residency in Trinidad, the first question they asked is how we met, and they checked out social media pages to verify our meeting information. Yes, that's true. Almost all embassies uses that. Almost all embassies, because they know that most people are on social media, and with that they can have a lot of information. And most people with social media, their social media information are also linked to like YouTube, X, Twitter, Instagram, and all that. So it's easy to uncover most of these things very, very fast. But like, well, she's a public madam. She showcases all her, projects, all her things and all that. And they see all this stuff everywhere. They see the JB, they see the Arondante. If she had even married Arondante, by now she could have even been almost close to having that American Pali. But she stupidly said that one was old. And after that went to JB. What did you get from JB? And after that, this one again. Man, this one again? Going to feed them in that junkyard? My God, it's just like falling from grace to grass. Can't even imagine it. So, and Lilipad, yes, Kazan said, I'm Lucy, yes. And David said, Tina, I was thinking about that as well. That's true. Dr. Cherry, hello, Kazan. Happy Sunday. Yes, check Choma, Grazia. Okay, baby. What if he is related to that guy whose mother called a poor Polish citizen? We don't even know the village. Probably Mikhail's mother is in the city. Probably it's in the city. Well, but at least, they will know that she went out one time with a Polish Italian guy, and called the lady poor wretched Polish woman. And now she end up in a junkyard worse than where the woman was, where Michael Pontes was. Michael Ponte and the family, they live in Rome, Roman, the Roman people, Rome, the big city, to own a whole apartment, block of an apartment, the whole one family. They're running into billions, millions. So even in his inheritance is comfortable, he'll be very comfortable. But he insulted them. Wow, she insulted them. And Tina said, Kazan, Chekchoma Kaveti, yes. Hello to everyone. Lilipad, in Europe, it's more important if Peru can provide for her, including social security. The American immigration system built differently. Yes, that's true. In Europe, he has to be able to provide, has to show the means of sustenance that he can sustain this girl while staying with them until she can get a job, even though she said she's a YouTuber. Well, so she has to, it's important for him to do that. If not, the state will feel as if he's bringing a liability on their neck again. And we don't know if he's on social. We don't know. We just hope that he's not on social. We just pray. That's what I see there. Chekchoma Tina Grazie. Yes, that's for Chekchoma. Jay has too much information about her love life online. A lot. Too much. In fact, there's no day if you just put on your YouTube that you don't see something about her. And once they just put her name, immigration put her name, pium, 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 everything will just line up. Everything will, in fact, they will even be tired of reading it. They'll even be tired of reading it. They'll even be tired of reading it. That's what I see there. So it's really a problem here. So Kaven said, from fake Italian boyfriend to Filipino boyfriend, plus that Romesh Nelson, aka Jam Toss scam story. And Aaron Dante, Kaven, you forgot Aaron Dante. Aaron Dante could have been her gold mine. But she said Aaron Dante was old. She said Aaron Dante was too old. Aaron Dante, at his age, he's still looking okay. He's still looking okay. Responsible guy. And she threw that out because even if it was only for the passport, by now she could have been close to having that passport. I think she and Aaron Dante have been out for, is it up to 5 years or so or more? 5 years or so. So she could have been close to even having that. Then after that, it could have taken off if she wanted a younger person, but foolishly, sorry to use that word, her senses went down. Grazie Griffiths, grants for Lilipad, I see you. And Grant Griffith said Pero would have to have savings of over 10,000 and his income plus evidence of a relationship and how they met. So yeah, all that they're going to talk about it. Well, then she's going to get him to rephrase it every day. But at the point, if they squeeze the guy too hard, because sometimes they'll put two of them in a different room. If they're not convinced with what they say, they put two of them in a different room and they continue the interview. And when they put pounds on Pero will start shivering. I will spill the bean. Lilipad said they must also do compulsory language integration because for now, the marriage certificate needs to be translated and apostilled. Then she can proceed with name change. Yes, she has to, but the name change is not compulsory. You can decide to remain with your family name. You can remain with your family name. In Italy, you don't change your family name. You die with the name you were born, your father's name. When you're married, you don't change. Maybe in your identity card, they can just put they're married to the right man's name. But you do not change. You cannot change. Go and add your husband's name in your own passport plus no. So, but the idea is, I think it's all story. It's all story, yes. It's all story. That's what I see there. Yes, Dr. Cheryl, it's true. He was old. Yes, he was old, but he was still looking good. And probably he looks like he seems a gentleman. Let's Say the truth. He seems a gentleman. Yeah, but I think she wanted something more, something juvenile, more. Well, now when you call her sugar mommy, she's not happy. Yeah, if you didn't want an old man, you wanted somebody younger. Then when you go with somebody younger, then he's a sugar mommy, no? Isn't it? Even Kohera said so. Hey, baby, that's Pontes. That's a Pontes family. That's true. That's true. Let's see. Cousin Vico, there was an outburst from Kenge today denying Kohera, and it seems there is a possibility inheritance issues were raised due to DM's property ownership jointly with Pietro and Hondari is mad. And Hondari is mad. Yes. I'm still going to watch that very aspect. I'm still going to watch that very aspect. But I think because I watched Kohera this morning, I think more or less too why probably they're still annoyed because Kohera is still going to spill more bean. Kohera knows about this baby girl of D in the village, and that probably allegedly that child is staying with Winnie, and probably who is the father of that child. That is going to be the biggest bone of contention here. So I think they should even take in Kohera kindly, gently, because if not, Kohera is going to open up their womb. It's going to blow up everything in proportion, in the way that they will not like it. He knows everything, and a lot of the villagers know everything, even though they will never tell you. Hello, soul sister. Welcome to the chat. Thank you for joining the chat. Thank you. So I think they better take it easy the way they were with Kohera. Kohera is deeply wounded that over the years he's not been able to have a relationship with the son, and that the mother is there. That's why he kept on saying yes for the pain. Let her feel the pain. Let her feel the pain. Even when Kohera has remarried to 2 women with different children, with many children, but he's still carrying this burden, this hurt, this anger in his heart. So Kohera is a wounded guy. If I were them, they would have just allowed Kohera to remain where he is. But if they try to brush him a little bit, man, he's going to open their eyes. And we'll just be here to watch their shenanigans. What else can we do, guys? We'll watch at the cinema, free cinema. It's going to happen, especially that baby, alleged baby of a D. Kazan said Vico Hondari wants to protect his land from Delulu rich kids who are after Muzungus and handing over his land on a golden plate to their Muzungu spouses. He has addressed Kenge with an ultimatum. That's true. A lot of things is going to break up now, a lot of things. And I think probably Kohera is just scratching the surface and waiting for them to whoop. Then he will now, I was waiting for you. So check Choma. I actually barely watch a D. She's annoying as hell. Yeah, that's true. But sometimes, sometimes some reactors, when we want to carry stories, have to watch almost all of them to see exactly where they're coming from. Then you know what to say. So if that's true, V, name changing is compulsory because you provide your wedding certificates. Yeah, that's true. Bremen Soul Sister, yes, Soul Sister. And let's see, Soul Sister Marwa is his firstborn, and he didn't willingly let go of Marwa. That's true. Marwa is his son, irrespective of whatever the situation could have been. Something could have. Esther took him away. And I think with somebody like a machete man, Kohera could have been badly wounded. Kohera, with his bad leg, to match with Machete Man. If Machete Man at this age is still behaving like that, talk less of when he was young, talk less of 30 years ago, then he could have done something terribly bad to Kohera. Probably that's why he said that his father, he wanted to go for Marwa. Even when he heard that he hung him up, he wanted to go for him, but his father prevailed and ask him not to. I think because probably they know how this guy is that this guy, man, anything can happen if you go there. Better don't go. Yeah, up till today, if Machete is still like this, then imagine 30 years ago what could have happened, how he could have been. Up till at this age, he's still punching his wife, a woman of 60 or 65 years. Then imagine when she was younger. I think the children have seen these punches too many at a time that for them, it doesn't make any sense again talking. Mom, leave him, and mom doesn't want to go. Probably mom, having been married 3 times, is afraid. Where do I go to again? I don't want to be single. Well, I'll manage the situation. But then sometimes we women, we allowed ourselves to be bashed like this. And sometimes one blow, if you've taken it for too long, can also be the end of that person. So that's one thing that most women don't want to even take into consideration. They just believe they need to be married. They need to be married, but not in this kind of relationships. So, Cousin Segris, you mailed it. Pedro has to declare his income. Yes, of course he has to, because without that, that's why I said he holds the key to this spousal visa. That is, if this was the reason that they want her to go back, get that spousal visa and re-enter. It could have been one of the reasons. So if this was the reason, then Pietro needs to, he holds the key now. He holds the key for her to come in now. Yeah, she could be coming in through Spain, but probably in minor, they want her to get that spousal visa directly from their own embassy. So I think this is where the problem is. But then Pietro can, at the end, said if he is received his enough, he said, "Hell, what am I going to go there? Come here and be nagging me for another 5 years, making video in my house another 5 years. Hell, let her go." And he will pretend I can't find a job. Oh, I can't complete the papers. Okay, you want me to come over there to visit you? Then she gets him ticket and he go there. So, but we're going to see a lot coming out. Something will come up here. We have to see, So, Breman, hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. Let's raise the likes up. So, Lilipad, Choma, did you speak into Anne and Levy? This is a D acquaintance that sent them a wine gift. Okay, Anne and Levy. I haven't even watched these guys for some time now. I haven't. I'm still here to watch them. Saul's sister, Con Mom, must have left ashamed after Kohera exposed her of calling Mora's granny a pig. Man, you guys, do you think that woman has shame? There's nothing like that. Because if not, you cannot be holding Bible in one side. And your past is so bad, you are not able to connect these two people, your son and the father. You have to connect both of them. Supposed to. There's no way you can make a man. And the man himself too, man. Does somebody need to wait for you to go and look for your father when even the machete man is not even treating you well? The machete man will even want to grab from you. My God, the machete man waited, saw your eye being destroyed, and he couldn't help you. So who is better than who here? Man, they're all in the same wagon. For me, they're all in the same wagon. If I were him, man, I'll go and look for my own biological father. No matter how bad he was, I'll talk to him. I'll say, okay, yeah, we have to start understanding ourselves. We have to start learning how to, become father and son, but let it come gradually. Finish. Then Kohera would have just been fine. But he doesn't want to do that. We don't know why, for what reason, even if the mother were to put chain on his neck. It's terrible. So, Kazan Lilipad, it's mind-blowing how DM and 400 plus followers, plus the so-called friends in France, Germany, UK, etc., and none attended her wedding. She was all alone, plus Pero, and had no friends too. That's true. Pero had only his own family, and she had nobody. Even the Black Forest could have come. The other ones that she's been meeting, they could have come, but We don't really know. Well, I think there's something she's trying to, hide. She's shielding something, but and everything will come to bear. Everything we will see. We are here. So so Sister said, Bureau is jobless. She won't get a spousal visa if he can't prove himself financially capable of supporting Agama, and not if content creation is regarded to as a real job. Yeah, that's true, because sometimes they can say, well, content creation, YouTube is not a real job, but sometimes most of the embassies too, that according to Mora, that he presented his YouTube earnings slip, and he showed them on his computer when he went to America, and they said, "Huh, you have so much, you mean you can make money from it?" And then he even asked immigration, "Oh, if you want, I can teach you YouTube how to make money." So that means if the embassy can accept that as a form of what should I say, earning, a source of living, then probably they can also consider D on that. But then when D gets there, they will start paying tax on that too. He will start paying tax. And once that means they have accepted YouTube as your profession, as your career, then Pedro is also entitled to 50% of that account. Then she's gotten a residency permit there. Once she has a residency permit there, Pietro is entitled to 50% of what she has there. Because by then, probably YouTube knows that she's now a resident of this country. Yeah. And maybe very soon become a citizen. So Pietro have the right for the 50% of that account, of that money. Well, we don't know, but we will see exactly what will happen. Lilipad says, so asset property and paying social security is important. Yes, social security. Assets, this guy really has to provide, or even if he's on rent, or how much is he paying, how much is he earning, utility bills, and his name on it and all that has to be there. So the house that's staying now, if it's the uncle house, the guy that we saw the first day that he arrived, and they claimed that that was the father, but we didn't see that guy in the wedding, and we haven't seen that man again after that day. We only saw the one that came, and they said it was the uncle. He was trying to kill the chicken for them. That's the one that we saw. So a lot of we're not really getting the story correct here. That's what I see. The Gracia Griffiths, the YouTube wedding of convenience wasn't for friends and family. Yes, that's true. It wasn't. It was a business one. Business as usual. And the comment said, Gracia, exactly. Piero said he wants to travel and not stay in Poland. These daily bills just went up. She has to pay for Pietro's bill. Even after furnishing the house, she just bought a new washing machine for them. She just bought the flat cooker, the electric cooker. It wasn't there initially. And she bought a new bed and the mattress, plus other things we may not have seen. These are the small ones that we've seen. And Chichoma Kaben, Kenya there, I say even Yabohanse is better than that village she's talked in. Of course. Yabohanse is better because look at new building coming up in Yabohanse. And there, everything, the house, the humidity, a very old house that you have wood padded. I don't know how to describe it, but God, I don't mean to be mean to her. I don't mean to look down on that, but the way she talked to people, sometimes if somebody really wants to give it back to her, sometimes, well, she deserves it too. That's it. What we saw there is different. Can't imagine her. Even the parents' house is 1000% better than that place. Better be stuck in your own village, in your own environment, than to be stuck in that place. No. And everything will have to be from her own account. She has to fund their living standard, traveling, and everything. You think when Piero went to Spain to pick her, she would have paid for the hotel, paid for the tickets and the hotel too. She paid for everything. She pays for everything for him. So And Lilipad said that's okay. Kavan said Pietro mother. Let me scroll here. Kavan said, Vico, did Pietro's mother attend this wedding? I know his sister, uncle, brother, and godmother attend. Did anyone see? Yes, I tried to really see that too. I didn't see that man that was introduced as his father the first day they arrived. That man till today, I've not really seen that man. I'm telling you guys. The mother too, I can't remember if I've seen that woman, if I saw her in that marriage. No. The sister, or is it sister-in-law that she went to, and he said the mother, my mother-in-law. That was not the mother that we saw. That one was younger than that lady. That lady was supposed to have been maybe an auntie or something that has been to that house. So I've tried to compare those faces, but there's something that is not really clear there. There's something that is not really clear there. So be real people. If we are not convinced, do you really think immigration is stupid? Greta Griffiths, that is true. If we that see them every day, we are not convinced. The immigration, once they tap that name, tap, tap, tap on Facebook, it will roll the name. They go to Instagram, the same thing. Both a positive reaction, negative reaction, it will all show. Then they'll now add 1 + 1. So time it was with this other one. What happened there? So time with this and this one and this. And what is she saying now? Oh, that the passport is talking about the passport. They are not stupid. They will join 1 + 1 and they said, hey, this is business. Oh, we've catch her. Now she's been able to, man, she says everything on her own. Now she's the one opening up. And every day, you guys see that she's making video every day. So they look at it. They look at the video every day. And it's all about passport. It's all about passport. So obviously they know there's something wrong here. So Kazan said, Soul Sister, content creation, Whitey, is considered as a job provided. One provides a proof of sustainable income. Yes, that is true. It's considered as a job. Yeah, it's considered as a job. She will provide that. But what I mean to say here is that when she get her residency in Poland, and that has been considered as her source of income, she will also need to pay tax in Poland, except Poland has a tax treaty with the United States, which so that she won't be able to pay double tax. But having residency there, having a stable income, and known to the Polish government or immigration that this is her stable income, then Piotr is entitled to 50% of that her salary, because she did not put up a prenup. If she did, I don't know. But from the way things are, it's possible she did not do it. Her own was just to hurry, get married. She just think once she get married, they submit the paper, she's going to collect the residency permit. Or Piotr didn't tell her, because Piotr, maybe they just wanted that, and that's it. She didn't know that she has to go through, that is a procedure. It's a procedure everywhere. You don't just go and just expect a paper like that. No. So Kaban said, exactly, Black Forest Princess could have traveled for the day and returned to support in the civil ceremony. No, for her, she said, oh, Black Forest has a small children. She has a job. There's no way she could have gone. It could take a day off, put the kids in the car, they drive there with her husband, and they get there. Or tell her, okay, this time it's not convenient for me, fix it in so dates, I'm going to make it. And they would have been there. So she knows what she's doing. I think I saw the mom, she said, you are our princess. Wow, baby. Well, was it in the marriage? It's possible. So Soul Sister Vico, I thought so too. The woman Piotr took her to when she first arrived in Poland looks different from the one who was giving her a bath. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's what I saw there. I've been trying to reconcile the faces, and it doesn't match. A lot of things there, there are a lot of things there. So Kazan soul sister GM has trapped herself now because she has brought herself in the limelight of IRS. More so, Poland authorities, NG exposed herself to Pietro, who now knows about her ins and outs. Yes, she showed him everything. He's sitting by her talking, and he's seeing all the super slabs coming. And Pietro will say, all the super slabs, immediately after the marriage. So that money is for me and you. Pietro, yes, my marriage. Yes, we married. Pietro, my husband. Yeah, and money is coming in. So for Pietro, the money is for me and you. How is she going to reconcile that? Maybe you will say, that money, remember, I buy food in this house for you. Remember, I pay for the bill. Remember, I buy the washing machine. Pietro said, hey, I want cash. Now that Pietro said, I want to start traveling. I don't just want to sit in Poland. I want to move. And he said, baby, you have to wait. I need to get the papers then. I need to get the papers. They need to give me the papers. And Pietro said, look, you have to show commitment for 5 years, 3 years. You just have to wait. You have to wait. You think? I think there could be a lot of small discussions within them in the house. There could be some small, talk like that. Because very soon she'll find out the truth. She'll find out that it's not what she thought. That you just don't go because you think you're just married today. They just give you paper. It can even be up to 6 months. She does not even have, she can still be there. She doesn't have that residence permit because they have to be convinced of all the papers she's bringing in. They have to be convinced. They have to do their own checking and all that stuff. Because obviously they would have had situations whereby it wasn't real. So in every society, they have that. So it's also in their system. So when any new one come, they try to watch out a little bit to. So that's it. So, and EBB said, Kavan, is that the one who is always at the house? Stuff does not make sense. Could be. And Kavan, check Choma, G, who shit in the streets of Kisumu and almost got arrested by a Kenyan police officer for passing stool in the streets, insulting people. She will continue to get dragged. That's what she likes. She won popularity now. So now she's won the popularity. Yeah. She's won everywhere she goes to. She drag attention. She draws attention to herself. And sometimes she failed to, restrain herself to know that, hey, it's like I'm pushing too much. Let me, backslide a little bit. She fails to caution herself. She just allowed herself to go, to run. But she realized that when it comes to bureaucracy, the systems, you just cannot beat. You just have to be like this. And that's it. That's what we're going to see here. So, and Kazan said Vico G blindly signed a Polish paperwork written in Polish, and she had no translator. Who knows what else? She signed her life out. That's another thing. I was hoping the guy that was seated there that brought the paper for her to sign, I was hoping that guy was a translator, that when they were asking, the guy was going to translate everything for her, because she's not supposed to sign what you don't know. Supposed to have had her own person watching everything, take the paper and said, this is what it is here. She just signed because she just wanted to be married. I'm married. We are married. First day as a married woman. First day as a married couple. I'm married. Wow. So Kevin D called the reactors to come react on her arrogance. Well, and the reactors came out for her. Wake up, people. Pero has done his research and is very knowledgeable about what he's doing. Plus, you are dropping nuggets. If you know, obviously. Pero is not stupid. He looks calm. He looks smart. I think he does a lot of research about her. He knows, like right now that they're together, she would have kept opening up. Pero will calculate how much this lady, my wife, is making in a month. And Pero is going to corner her and make sure he get part of that money. It's going to corner her. And even the family, they will even support him on how to get the money. But anyway, all the same, we wait and see. So, Soul Sister, how can a woman who claims to be decent on the street so gross? And sometimes shit happens. You know, a lot of things. You never know. You meet people like this every day. Grazie, yes. Kevin said, Grazie, D will not be able to insult Pietro like how she insulted Michael Ponte and JB Bonite. No, she won't, because for her, this is the ultimate passport guy. This is the only one that can get me this. So I think she will tolerate him more than the other. And even when this guy, you can see the guy loves his dogs, more than D. You can see the reaction. Even the first day when Ray entered and the dog was jumping on her, she was, and he was saying, why? Play with him, touch him, play with him. So it's like he had a little anger inside him. On the way, D reacted to the dogs. He had a little anger deep inside there. That's what I saw there. So Ibiza said, Kazan, exactly. And she looked kind of skeptical. Yes. So true. If Pietro first of all worked for a law firm as an IT guy, he should be having some legal knowledge and knew what he signed for. And also, we see no workstation with books and files. Yes. There's nothing like that. There's just nothing like that. There's nothing like that. There's nothing like that. So I think D is just, what should I say? Okay. This is what I could have been doing since I'm supposed to pin most of the, yes. So then I don't think there could have been, but, and for D to sign everything, what you don't know, you signed. A language you don't know, there was no interpreter. If that guy knows how much she's earning, then he's going to deal with her. At the end of the day, that's what I see there. It's going to deal with her. So Kevin, Soul Sister, exactly the only time D kept her mouth shut was when she robbed Jamtos, when he took her tiffing ass to court, and when Jamtos won the case. Yes, but that puts her record as an ex-convict. During the citizenship questionnaire, they will ask her, have you ever been convicted in any court of the law? And what will she say? No. And when they check the internet, they will see that there was a case like this in which she was convicted, in which she lost. She paid damages to Jamtos. She was convicted and she paid the damages. The conviction was done to, isn't it, damages? But she was convicted. So in the form, that question will be asked to her. And they will find out through the internet. That's what I see there. So Lilipad Vico, I'm wondering what's in the second room. Maybe Pero on space bedroom. In that second room, we saw the other day I was watching when they were seated. They always try to cover that door. It's like a wooden door, like a plank or something. They open like this and close, and could see some. It wasn't really, I don't know how it was. So this corner they sit is just by the kitchen. Then even their own bedroom is like a place that they just patch up like a shed, put some woods, close it up, and the door. So I think they just patch up that area for them to sleep and to cook in that kitchen. So not even enough space to show whatever she wants to show. She can't really show anything other than that window, always sitting behind that window. You see the curtain, the window blind there, the lace, the white lace. So it's not really a convenient living. That's what I saw there. So Kaza and Chichi, you have finished me. Check Choma. True, that lying under oath is a felony. Yes, that's true. Check Choma, answer the question. You're a lawyer at least. I feel sorry for her though. She must be mortified. She must be going crazy, trying to come up with lies. Yes, that's true. Every day, I'm wondering how she sleeps because, man, bring out content every day, and all the content you bring out are all lies. I think you really have to think the brain has to work over time. So I'm wondering how much she could store there to be able to construct and reconstruct every day. Because every day, having to come up every day, man, it looks a little bit, I don't know. My son works from home, but he has a work desk and the company computer and files to follow. Never seen him working. That's true. That guy is not working. That guy is jobless. I'm telling you guys, the guy is jobless. You see him with only one jeans, that black jeans he's wearing every day. And when they go out with one, what do you call it, Zynet behind him that he hangs there, and he bought him a shoes and a belt. The first time they went to one big supermarket in a city close by them, she bought him that, and I see him use that belt. I watched that and the shoes. That's what she bought for him, and there are probably other things too. But she's taking care of him. She's taking care of the bills, and the house probably when the mother or the sisters they come. Well, because it's probably they are not even living there. It's only two of them that are living there, but they visit once in a while, or the uncle that lives around, or that place is meant for that uncle that came to help them with the chicken to kill the chicken. So there's a lot here, but the immigration, they're not stupid. They watch and see all that stuff, So Kazan said, Vico, does the DM know Piero can turn tables and accuse her for tarnishing his image, loss of income, mental breakdown, and she would have to pay him through her nose? He doesn't know that. And that guy will do it. Because when you talk of the East Communist Europe, they're very hard people, man. They want to really get after her. They see that money coming in, and they check by all estimates, she could be earning so amount. Then she has a lot of money. They will get that money, either by crook or by force. Any way they can, they will get it. Yeah, they'll even encourage the guy. So Check Choma said, Vico, I answered the question. That's what finished Kazan. Okay, thank you. Thank you, guys. We have our profession on board here and the pensioners too. So Kazan said, Vico, imagine living in that room with the two dogs and multiple cats. Yeah, I think she did not really like the dog. The dog also knows that she didn't. And each time she's going on a live and the dog is coming, ooh, ooh, I think the dog has a feeling, hey, you're talking about us, putting everything here. I just hope the dog will not bite, because for Piero, that dog confessed. That dog confessed before her. That she has to know. And a dog, two dogs, big dogs like that, they're sleeping there. Obviously, it's like the dogs that the type that will sleep with the guy in the bed. They're jumping into the bed, in and out of the bed, and on the ground, in that room. So the dogs are entitled to sleep in that room. And because that is the room they would have provided for them for this shenanigan. But I wish she could have just zip up a little bit and do whatever she wanted to do and get out. Get the pepper face in your hand before you start making noise. I've never seen somebody so lousy. This is a lousy, extra lousy. Extra lousy. How could you? Man, somebody's doing something so blind. When you go to internet, you're looking for which is the strongest passport. And now, hey, immigration will say, oh, strongest passport. Everything about passport, about this. Every day, it's about the paper. That there's something not clear here. They will know immediately. They're not fools. Because they have seen cases of this nature too many times. So why wouldn't they believe that there's something wrong here? Why wouldn't they believe? And this is the young guy. Where are they living? They see the environment, they will Google it. And Google Map will show them the building, show them everything there. Whose name is that property? Are they on rent? They will find out. Because even on rent, it's supposed to pay tax to the government. When you rent out properties, it's supposed to pay tax to. And with that, they're supposed to, then they'll see, even if he said it's on rent, okay, the landlord, do you pay tax on this rent? You're supposed to pay. Then there's a problem. So she's creating a lot of difficulty, a lot of confusion here. I don't know how it's going to end up, but it's probably not going to really end up too well. It can take her extra long time. It can take her, probably she will need a immigration lawyer to rearrange everything for her. And probably, but Piero, he has the key to this situation, because he can even back out at the end of the day. It can get to a point that he said, no, enough is enough. I don't want to continue with this. I want to move on with my life. Probably by then he would have succeeded in collecting from her. After all, what is it about Piero? Without this, it is nothing. So for him, it's like suffocating him in one room, in one place every day. Probably it's a guy that likes moving around. And that's why he said he wants to start traveling. He wants to start traveling. He wants to start traveling. Yeah. And who is going to pay for that traveling? She, the sugar mommy. That's it. So Gracia Griffiths, it's a barnyard for farm equipment and the chicken business, place of convenience that they had to make habitable. So funny. Yes, that's true. That's true. It was a barnyard. It's like a place that they will come there to take care of their chicken, put their food. You see on the ground there that they had all the potato sacks, all the foods. It's like when they harvest everything, they arrange it there. They close up the place. So now they say, okay, we don't have any house. Now we're going to use this place. So they use them now like official residents. And she just doesn't know what she's gone into. But we just pray that everything will work well for her. So Kevin said, imagine the two dogs and the multiple cats watching the computer when they are making love, or are they? Come on, you've come again. Come on. You've come again. You want to know whether they're making love. Okay. You will ask the dog. Come in. My God. Well, she had shown you guys. She had shown everybody whether she was pregnant. Oh my God. I think we should start closing up for the day. We've had enough. This matter, we can never finish this matter in the whole day. It's getting too much. Oh my God. Tina said, why do you all keep calling their house the junkyard? There are others with a sentimental package. I had a friend like that. Let's see. Any government can and will declare anyone's passport null and void if fraudulently achieved, false statements, or illegal actions are discovered in its application. Yes, that's true. That's what she doesn't know. That even when she gets it, she continues to be that lousy about it. Anything can happen. She feel once she get it and that's it. No. But she will find out a lot of things, because right now she just doesn't know how the system works. I'm wondering whether she never had to really Google this aspect. Google, first 2 years, they will give her. And before they give her that first 2 years, that is if they had succeeded in giving her the residency permit. But this time they have not even given her. It's supposed they're asking her to go back to Kenya and apply from there for the spousal visa. And with that, Peter will be compelled to submit most of all these requirements in the forms that are needed. Okay. But if she had succeeded even when she come from home, even if she succeed from home, Peter succeed in giving her all the papers, and she's now able to come on a spousal visa. When she arrived, and they go to the immigration for the application, and after that, even they'll even be coming to the house. Can be 2 a.m., can be 5 a.m. in the morning, to check whether it is true, whether they're living together. And they will still ask questions. They ask a lot of questions. And after that, maybe 2 or 3 months, then they give her the paper. And after that, she has to wait when that 2 years expire. Then she cannot apply, reapply. Then they give her 3 years. And after the 3 years, that's when she applied for the real citizenship. And when you say you even applying for the citizenship, within that period, would have gotten that integration exam, the language course that you must do is compulsory. Most European states do that right now. So when she get that, she will now add it to the application for the citizenship. And when they said 5 years you can get it, it doesn't mean when you apply, they have to wait and reevaluate whether you have actually met all the requirements. You were not out of that country in the first 2 years, or is it 3 years, and all that, before they can say, okay, you're making progress. Then they'll send her the first letter, okay, application has been reviewed and it's in progress. When they need another thing, they will call you. And after that, maybe another 3 months, they keep updating. They can even take 1 year before they say, okay, you have finally been given. So that is 6 years already in a stretch. But 5 years is just the beginning when you can start even applying. So 6 years, is she going to wait for that, or 7 years? Or probably by then, the government that will come into power will be anti-immigration government that are against foreigners. Then they'll say, no, from that 5 years, you have to stay 7 years before you apply. So when you stay 7 years before you apply, that 7 years, another 1 year, that is 8 years. Most countries, it's like that now. I remember in Switzerland by then, as of 1980, 81, 82, 1983, 84, you can marry, you marry in your country, in the Swiss embassy, you marry in the registry in your country, and take that marriage paper to a Swiss person, to a Swiss man, straight to their embassy. They will give you their Swiss passport. This is as of 1981. They will give you passport that same day, if you can get there before the close of the day. That was how it was before. 1981, I can remember very, very well. 1981, 1982. I remember a friend that had a passport the same day. He got married. He went to Lagos registry, got married, and from Lagos registry, it's very close to the Swiss embassy. And they went there with the Swiss man. And from the passport was out. We were all shocked. And they traveled. And they traveled to Switzerland the following day. I said, this is not something like, because many people didn't know there was something like that by then. This was 1981, guys, I'm talking. All right. So, but now things have changed. Now in Switzerland, I don't think you can obtain a passport by marriage. Maybe you have to wait at least between 8 and 10 years, as I heard now. Something like that, between 8 and 10 years now. So it keep, most countries now, they keep, adding the years. They keep adding the years. So maybe by the time she's ready to get her own, they'll add it to 8 years, or to have to wait not 5 years to apply, maybe 6 years to apply. That 6 years to apply, you take another 1 year for them to accept, making 7 years. Or you have to wait for 7 years before you can apply. There are countries like that now. You said 7 years before you can apply. So all that, all that is playing out now. But well, we'll see how it goes, guys. Who think we've had a field day today? Maybe we should start closing up. Let's see who and who were in the house. I didn't see. Oh, what did I do here now? Okay, Chichoma. Most countries now know how the tingo goes. Yes, that's true. Lilipad, 30 years ago, passport was granted upon marriage in the whole of Western Europe, even if the marriage took place abroad. Yes, it was very, very easy. Fakere, darling, how are you? Where have you been? Fakere, where have you been? Yeah, by then it was so easy. It was so easy, and the procedure was easy. You didn't need to go home and do a police clearance and all that. It wasn't. Oh, I didn't even see. Oh, Kazan, thanks a lot. Thank you. Thank you, Kazan. Wow. Thank you, Kazan. Wow. So I'm rich today. Thank you, Kazan. I didn't even notice. I was just talking. Things have changed over the years with marriage and citizenship. Yes, it has really changed. It has really changed. Well, it was easy. The one that I really saw was that one in Switzerland, because we knew the person and everybody was, how can that be? The same day. They just married in the morning and they rushed to the embassy. They gave them the application, write everything out. The husband fill out everything, and the next thing, that very before the close of the day, and the passport was out, and we said, huh? And after that, I think another 5 years, things had changed. It wasn't. It wasn't. So, fuckery, hey lady, yes, welcome. Governments are now behaving badly. It's like citizens are being punished for falling in love with a foreigner. Yeah, sometimes too, they use the foreigners as scapegoats during their political campaign. You know, they use that as if it's the only foreigners that is making them, the economy not to grow, that is sucking from them. But most of the citizens, many of the citizens too, that are not working, they don't want to work. They also rely on this social benefits. But most times, some of the political parties, is it the right wing or left wing, what do you call them, coming up over Europe now, they're coming over now, a lot of them emerging. They attack the weak. So the weaks are the immigrants. They use them as the weapon, as their reason of being poor, which is really, really bad. Their reason for their economy not growing. They are paying so much to refugees. They are paying so much to these immigrants coming in. We have to block them. We have to do that just for political point scoring. But at the end of the day, the truth is there, because when you look at the social system, most of the people taking the socials too are also their citizens. They are also their citizens. So most of them too, but social too, there's a point somebody can take social, because at the end of the day, you might not, when it gets to time for pension, you might not get enough to be able to live with, apart from the fact that, okay, there is a pension, a minimum pension that is designed for every citizen. It's designed for every citizen. So every citizen, once you get to a pension age, you're entitled to that. But then citizens that are naturalized, what do you call it? Citizens that just came in, maybe you have citizenship of 5 years, 15 years, you might not be entitled to a greater part of that money. You have to have had that citizenship at least 20 years before you could access that minimum pension that is for everybody in Europe. So that's what we see here today. Sometimes the system too in Europe, it's also good too. If you have to compare it sometimes to the American system, it's also good. In a way, it's good, but you just have to know exactly what you're doing. You have to know exactly where you fall in, and how to manage navigate your own system. Yes. So Tina said, when I was younger, our neighbors had a German Shepherd, which she got hung up with, and they had to call the ambulance for her and the dog, and they put the dog down. Yes. Anything dog, I'm always afraid, because I've been, dog has bitten me as a child. I had a dog bite as a child, and it was my father's dog. And we never liked the dog. The dog knew we never liked him. And that dog bit me heavily on my leg. And from that day, anything dog, I'm afraid. Even when I go frolicking here, once I see dog, I cross the road. I'm scared. When I had that dog, and my father said, yeah, what do you people want me to do? You don't like the dog. The dog, responds to instincts. He sees that, hey, he has his space. I say. So at the end of the day, after that bite, my father had to take the dog away. So that was it. So for me, dog, because most people, my dog is so good. No, he's so good. But the day the dog decides to bite you, then you know that it's, it's different. So, Kevin, oh my God. Guys, I'm keeping you guys up. I think we have to start rounding up. Dr. Cheryl, bye. But be careful in the snow. Yes. So, Check Choma, Kevin, let me thank all of you guys. I'm so glad that you guys were here with me. Dr. Cheryl, Check Choma, Kevin, EBB. Lilipad, Tina Yabro, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for showing me love today. Kazan, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for your support. As usual, I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. And Chekchoma, yes. We have had a field day. Fatuma was here. Oh my God, I didn't notice her. Sorry, Fatuma, I didn't say hi. I didn't notice. Sorry, you're welcome. Appreciate it. Kazan. Yes. Okay, guys. So, Soul Sister. Yes. Thank you, guys. Thanks from the bottom of my heart. Have a nice sleep and warm up if it's very cold wherever you are. I heard half of the US is experiencing some bad weather. We too here right now, and we should be right now here about a -6, and it's windy anyway. When it's windy, then it's really and it feels even like a -10, but it's okay. And the kids, people are just going skating on the water. Skating on the water. I mean skating. I can't do that. I have water in front of my house. So in the afternoon, they're all wearing their skating shoes and running there. So I just watch from my window. So guys, thanks a lot. Tina. Thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Bye-bye. And see you in the next. Thanks a lot. Thanks for your support. Thank you.